to go back to your original question with the Dijak character on NXT, um, it was basically days before my debut, and it was like, hey, has anyone talked to anyone about music? And they were like, not really. So I was like, okay. So I just picked some stock music that I kind of liked, and I'm like, yeah, this will work. This will be fine. Because I guess at the time there was like this revamp with NXT 2.0, and they weren't sure where funds were getting allocated and things like that.
Sure.
They were just generally like, oh, people don't really get custom songs here anymore. And I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I don't care. Like it's a piece of the puzzle, but whatever.
Right. Give me something that I like at the
Yeah.
very least.
So
Yeah.
I just picked some stock music. I sent it to them, and then the next day they were like, "Oh, just kidding. Def Rebel has a song for you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they sent that to me, and I listened to it, and I'll be honest. So the first time I heard it, my initial thought was because it was difficult to picture the full package, right? Once I saw the plan for the entrance and the lighting and the shot from behind and all that stuff and the screen on the top and the different strobes and things like that. I loved it because it's a piece of the presentation. The first time I heard it, I was just sitting in my car and I heard it, and my first thought was, this sounds generic. My
Sure.
first, because it was just I felt like it could have been any stock music or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this. And to me, when I hear generic music, I think, oh, that they're gonna. I'm gonna be a generic presentation, and that this is gonna be, because you got to remember, I'm coming off of this Retribution thing, and this is basically my last shot in WWE, and I know it's my
Right.
last shot. I'm on NXT, and it's like, come up with a new character, come up with this, and if it doesn't work, my contract's up in a year and a half or whatever. Um, so I heard the music, and I'm like, oh, because I'm picturing just music hits, lights stay on, and I just walk out and walk to the ring, and everyone goes, "Here's
Right.
another guy," right? Uh, So I was like, so I had major concerns, and I brought this up, and they were like, "Don't worry, just wait until you see the full presentation." I was like, "Okay." So we did the full presentation. I was like, "Oh, this music's great." Because the lights hit, and then the thing comes up, and the lights are coming from underneath, and the whole presentation, it starts in close, and then it moves, and it all just fit with the flow of the music. And I was like, "Okay, now that I can see the whole vision, now I really enjoy the song," and it became, I owned it. And I added different parts to the beats, and I figured out where to get in the ring and where to pull down my glasses and all that stuff. So I was super, super happy with it after that. But yeah, in terms of me contributing to it, almost nothing.